Hello, can you hear me? Let me see if my video stable's finally caught up to me. There's a little lag in my video, but I think I can continue here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, so I'll try to speak up. Um, I'd like to announce my book, Star Drive Theory. I've also published it under another name called The Theoretical Foundation of Gravity and much more. I have a website called www.gravitysolved.fyi, which explains a little more about my book and where to buy it. And I honestly believe that my book, for a first time, identifies the graviton particle and how it works and how it behaves, and that it accurate. And I've been able to accurately describe how it causes gravity, inertia, g-forces, centripetal force, and which also explains and allows for friction-free travel for atomic matter in a vacuum, right? If I could read you a little bit about my book, right? There are chapters in here about star drive theory, and several paragraphs that elaborate on that. And most of it is the part of star drive theory is figuring out how gravity works, because you have to figure out how gravity works if you're going to make star drive theories, right? And so I'm going to come to the first chapter, and I'm going to start reading to you something. First thing I want to talk about is the ether, all right? And in the late 1800s, most of the leading scientists of the period thought there was something in space which caused gravity, inertia, g-forces, centripetal force, and which also allowed for friction-free travel for constant speeds. They called it the ether, right? One scientist devised a test which would prove once and for all that there was or wasn't an ether. The results fell to prove there was an ether, right? And since then, science has not accepted any of the theories about an ether which could cause gravity and the laws of physics for how they move. They're just magic, right? Magic laws, even to science, even to Einstein, they're just magic, right? Lots of magic laws of inertia, hookah, and the magic laws of centripetal force. There's no cause for it. There's no explanation for it. It's just a law, right? So, for once, we have a source, a foundation, a cause, right? And scientists have been able to describe how gravity behaves with math, but that's the extent of it, all right? I want to point out that the physics as we know them, right, are proof. The laws of physics as we know them are proof that there is an ether. Gravity, g-forces, inertia, centripetal force, gyroscopic precession, friction-free travel for constant space. These are proof of an ether that no man-made test can override or refute. The fact that we can recreate gravity in space by accelerating is proof that gravity is caused by an ether and not by an atomic matter being attracted to atomic matter due to an internal graviton particle. You simply cannot cause or explain all the laws of physics mentioned by graviton particles being inside atoms, right? Centripetal force, gyroscopic precession are both proof that there is an ether to cause us instead of matter just being attracted to the other matter. Ironically, when Einstein said that the matter warps the fabric of space and time, he proved that there had to be something there to warp, and somehow we took it as that there proof that there wasn't, right? It's really kind of crazy that, to me, that's Einstein's greatest blunder, one of his greatest blunders right there, right? And there is something there, but up until this book, we had no theories on what it could be because it had to be something which could do it all. My contribution to support gravity, g-forces, inertia, centripetal force, gyroscopic precession, and friction-free travel for constant speeds as evidence that there is an ether is that I have recognized that we find this behavior elsewhere in physics. And that's the magic song right there. All right? For example, all atomic matter behaves like an electronic component called an inductor made of superconducting material traveling through stationary DC electricity. This concept is able to explain a source of all the above mentioned laws of physics. All right. Now, if matter truly does behave like an electronic inductor traveling through stationary electricity, we need to figure out how to make the fabric of space act like stationary electricity, and I am able to do just that in my book. Right? My book explains it clearly and simply in ways anybody can understand. Right? From the most educated PhDs in physics, and I would limit to an age of a very educated 15-year-old. If you got some electronic training, some chemistry training, and some math, you can understand this book. All right. So what qualifies me to write a book like this? Well, I have about 180 something credits in electronics and physics and IT stuff and electronic engineering. So chemistry, physics, that's my forte. Okay, so find my book, Star Drive Theory, right, on Amazon, and The Theoretical Foundation of Gravity and much more. Find my website, www.gravitysolved.fyi. Thank you very much.